But Paul says that he died to the Torah, right? The Greek word is nomos. He died to the law. What does it mean by such a statement? Are we to assume that in Yeshua, Paul is now somehow dead to obedience to the Torah? May it never be, right? This is what the Christian church is teaching us, and I know they're well-meaning, and I have every love and respect for my Christian friends and family members that believe that they're dead to the law based on what Galatians 2:19 is teaching here, but I'm going to have to strongly disagree. I don't think Paul is teaching us that he's dead to the law. Instead, what Paul is saying, simply put, he now realizes that his new life in the Spirit is a life to be lived without the fear of being condemned as a sinner by the very Torah he previously thought he was upholding, right? Look at the rest of my commentary. The Torah, we have to agree, the Torah actually has a properly installed built-in function of sentencing sinners to become the object of Hashem's punishment and ultimate rejection, right? It's a rejection that will result in death if the person never chooses the Messiah of life. Paul is teaching, starting right here, Paul is teaching the Galatians that his own personal choice of Yeshua is to be understood as a death of self and a death of the former life that Torah condemned, right? Torah condemned the old man. Torah condemned the old Paul. And so Paul realizes that his choice of Yeshua condemns the old self, and that the Torah, the old life that was condemned by the Torah, in favor of a new life that Paul has, a new life of serving God through the Spirit. So Paul is a new man. He's a new man. And because he's a new man, this choice, Paul recognizes, is a choice that was brought on not in and of himself. Paul couldn't really muster this up in and of himself. Paul didn't save himself, so to say. It was actually brought on by the revelation of the Messiah found within the very pages of the Torah itself. So that's really what Paul's trying to say. The freedom, as I close my commentary on this verse right here, such freedom in Messiah does not liberate one from Torah. Why would Paul need to champion a cause that teaches that now that I realize what the Torah truly is, now that I realize that I was a sinner and that I was hellbound and that there's no way that I was really going to meet God despite all my self-effort, despite all my righteousness, despite all my good deeds, my good intentions, etc., etc. Why would Paul champion a theology that now teaches that the Torah is no longer relevant or useful in the life of a believer? May it never be. Such freedom in Messiah does not liberate one from Torah. Rather, such freedom liberates one to be able to walk into Torah as properly assisted and seen from God's perspective.